My wife and I have been doing this business now for almost 30 plus years. And there's an epidemic in this industry that has to stop. What is it? Stop stealing deals.
Riding to the top, started from the floor. How we got up here, you don't need to know. Sniffing on the M, I need one of those. Sniffing on the M, like I got the code. Need to know, nah, you don't need to know. Need to know, nah, you don't need to know. How we got up here, you don't need to know.
Come on, baby.
Hit me, but I keep you on a need to know. Came up from the bottom, started from the floor. Working 10 to 10 and a 10 to 4. I get the bags under my eyes, on my money.
Don't get me wrong. It's not everybody that's out there stealing other people's deals. Yes, it's only a small percentage of real estate investors who is doing this. These unethical investors who are going around the back of an investor who gets a property in the contract, and now they're reaching out to the sellers and saying, I can give you a better price. Unfortunately, the police department can't do a damn thing about somebody stealing your real estate deals. This is not what you would call a criminal act where the police will get involved. You have to take matters in your own hands. Now, truth be told, there's a number of things that you can do to stop this from happening. One, be more selective when it comes to choosing the right buyer for your actual deals. Make sure you go through the proper criteria that you're looking for to find a good buyer. And what do I mean by that? That buyer has to already have proof of funds. You want to make sure that your buyer that you're working with can perform, and understanding that they either will need a hard money lender to do this deal, or they may need some type of cash financing or cash already in the bank account ready to perform to do this deal. Two, sometimes you can even try to only work with qualified buyers. So what do I mean by qualified buyers? I'm referring to individuals that you have a track record, or people that you know who have a track record with other investors that are actual buyers that can actually perform. Because a real buyer don't care about the profit that you're trying to make. They're only looking at the numbers and saying, yes, this is a good deal for me. Three, when it comes to the qualifying and making sure that you have control of the process, you want to make sure that you use your own title company in most instances. You want to make sure that the person or the buyer that is doing this transaction is going to put a good enough earnest money deposit down. You would also want to make sure that the buyer in this transaction is capable of performing. So what do I mean by that? We like to qualify our buyers by finding out, what other deals have you done in the last 3, 6, 9 months? Give me some addresses. Let me verify that you are a qualified buyer. You also want to make sure that this person is not someone that's going to joint venture or try to piggyback and wholesale your wholesale deal. These are things that happen commonly in our industry that can cause you to really have a situation where somebody's going to back around and steal that actual deal, or should I say, attempt to steal that actual deal from you. Also, when you're talking with the seller, let that seller know. Now, you're not going to threaten the seller, but tell the seller, hey, be aware that you may have some people come to you with some fake claims of being able to do a better job in this deal that we're about to do. Don't listen to them. I have a lawyer already waiting by to go ahead and sue anybody that tries to come around and bother you in this transaction. Now, think about what I just said. You're not threatening the seller. You're telling the seller that you have lawyers on standby to threaten anybody that try to come around. That's a little sneaky way that you can tell the seller, don't try to play any funny games because I have a lawyer on standby. And last but not least, you can file what's called an Affidavit of Memorandum, or what's also commonly known as a Memorandum of Agreement. This is an actual document that you can file at the courthouse that will put notice by putting a cloud on the title. So what does that cloud look like? It actually allows anyone who's doing a title search to discover this document that says, hey, AB has a contract on this property, and AB must be contacted if another attempt is made to buy this property by an outside or a third party. And that's an actual way that you can cloud the title by filing what's called a Memorandum of Agreement. Now, if you're in Baltimore City, This is where you would go to file your memorandum of agreement at the Clarence Mitchell Courthouse, 100 North Calvert Street, room number 610.
Be my only one, be my one on one. You're my only one, be my heartbreak. Be my heartbreak, be my one on one, be my only one. You're my only love, be my heartbreak, be my one on one, be my only one. You're my only love. Message, hit me now, hope you get the message. Who are you texting? It's not me, then babe, who are you texting? Hit me back, I hope you get the message. Calm you down cause you been acting reckless. Flood the ring and I bust down the necklace. Doesn't mean a thing.
Now, in Baltimore City, you're going to go right here, room 610, Land Records Division. It's going to cost you $60 to file your memorandum of agreement. Basically, you're going to go up to the clerk's desk, make sure you have it notarized because it won't be legal unless it's notarized, and they will stamp it, and then you're filed, and you're done. It's that simple. Now, in your location, it may be different. You may have a different building somewhere depending on which city or state that you're in, but in Baltimore City, this is where we go at Land Records Division, room 610. Hey, real dealers, if you want a copy of the memorandum of agreement that we use in our real estate business, just leave a comment below and I'll make sure you get your hands on the exact same one that we use to protect us from all those unscrupulous sellers and wholesalers who try to go around the back and steal your deals from you. This is Charles Blair, the Mad Scientist, signing out, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.